Hello and welcome to the Comedy Club podcast. I am your host, Dustin Kaufman. We are here upstairs at the Comedy Club of Kansas City. Please subscribe. That's it. Hit that subscribe button, share with your friends, all that good stuff. I'm here today with the very funny welcome back to the Comedy Club and welcome to the Comedy Club podcast, Mr. Carlos Mencia.
Appreciate it, man.
How are you, buddy?
Really good, dude.
We haven't gotten to talk much this weekend.
No, you're busy, bro.
I've been busy.
You're a busy man.
But every time you're here, man, like from the second you got in the car the first time, it's just chat,
Yeah.
just wonderful conversation. So I'm glad we can really sit down and
That's good, man.
do this for a minute. So what have you been up to?
You know what, man? I've been touring a lot. So last year at around this time, I was offered a residency in Vegas. And when it happened, it was a kind of unwelcome thing because I had been planning maybe in the next 3-4 years.
Is that
to
Jimmy
start?
Kimmel's?
Yeah, but it started at Harrah's.
Okay.
And so it was kind of like, man, this is a little before I wanted to shift over. Inevitably, I've done a career where I've been touring since 1993 consistently, every year. So I thought, by the time I hit my older age, I'm going to do a show in Vegas and have everybody come to me. Basically say, I spent all my youth going to you. Now you come to me. But it wasn't the right time. So I was like, shit, what do I do? I want to do this, but I don't want to do it now. What if the opportunity? So I talked to my dad, and my dad was like, listen, sometimes you get an opportunity and you think, no, I wait, and then it never comes back. So that's all I know. And so I thought, you know what? I'll just do it 2 days a week. Start it up, get it going, see how it goes. So we started it, and we would do Sundays and Mondays.
Which is crazy for Vegas.
Every Sunday and Monday.
Because when you look at a standard comedy club calendar in the normal world, like these days, it is traditionally either like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or maybe even a Friday, Saturday. Where like 20 years ago, it was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Right. Unless you're in Vegas and it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Every single day.
Every single day.
But Vegas is hurting right now. Vegas is down anywhere between 30 and 60% at some of the places. Like the business is really, really down. I mean, it's one of those things where,
well, when you stay in business by taking everybody's money, eventually your people are going to run out of money.
They run out of money, right? Exactly. That's their whole business model. But here's the thing about people, like Vegas is like anywhere else. You want to stay around on the Strip? Cool. You're going to pay, $18 for some kind of fufu drink. But then you can go to the M, or you could go to South Point and pay $2 for a beer instead of 14 or 16 or 18.
Yeah.
It's up to you what you want. Like there's every range humanly possible. There's a hooker that's going to cost you $20,000 a night. And then there's a chick that's going to give you age around the corner that's going to do you for $5. It's every available possible thing.
And if you spend your money on slots, they'll give you drinks for free.
Yeah, and all you have to do is sit down there, and they get you drunk for free. And all you have to do is just sit there and put, your quarters here, your dollars there. But the cool thing is that I'm beginning to see, and I changed it Monday through Thursday because I didn't get to hang out with my family. I would come home on a Monday, morning, Tuesday, Wednesday when the kids are in school. So I said, I can't do this. So we changed it to Tuesday and Wednesday, moved to Jimmy Kimmel's, and now it's actually working because I'll do that. And if I got a Friday, I'll go home for a night and then fly out on Friday. Or if I'm doing like here Thursday through, then, it's cool. Where
are you living right
I'm
now?
living in LA, but I flew after the shows. I flew here from Vegas. So it's been physically very, very, very trying. On the other hand, I knew what it was going to do. It was going to help me write a lot of new stuff because I just can't be doing the same kind of shows over and over again in the same place every twice a week. I'm in the same club looking at the same kind of people. You know what I mean? So it just forces me to write, which is really
comedy
awesome.
Crowds in Vegas versus comedy crowds on the road.
Comedy crowds in Vegas come from everywhere, so they're a little tight, right? At first, those people, I kind of have to bring them into the, hey, this is what's going to happen. You're going to laugh, but you're going to feel uncomfortable about your laughing, but everything's going to be okay. And about 5 to 10 minutes later, they turn into the best audiences ever. But they're good that way because they're not like The shows here is like, boom, from the get-go. From the time the music goes dun dun dun, everybody's like, oh my god, I come out. It's like, you know, I was on Mind Mencia last night kind of a thing. They're just, oh shit, he's here, you know. Vegas there's so much stuff to see. So they kind of come in a little like, oh, it's 10 o'clock. But you know that it's a show that they want to see because it is a 10 o'clock show. And then once we get into it, it's awesome. And then after that, we do karaoke.
So they're getting home about what, 2, 3 in the morning?
2, 3 in the morning because we start the show at 10. I get off usually stop the show at about the half. Then Gabe comes on. We do about 15 minutes. By the time it's midnight, go downstairs, sign autographs, and then we do karaoke to 2 o'clock in the morning. But the karaoke is really cool because
that's not part of the agreement. You just like to do karaoke.
I like to do karaoke, and they want to keep people there afterwards, and so it's just beneficial. It kind of works for everybody.
Yeah.
The thing is that I told them, I go, look, it's going to be fun for me at first. I'm not going to ask you for anything, but I'm telling you that after hearing these people sing Sweet Caroline every night over and over again, Tennessee Whiskey, Piano Man, you know what I mean? Tequila. Anybody that has it literally says tequila 4 times. Like that's the cheater's code for, I'm going to sing a song, tequila, and then just goes over and over like 4 times. That's it.
My introduction to tequila was Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Oh, really?
That was the first time I heard the song.
There you go. See?
In the bar scene with the platform shoes and the biker bar. That was the first time I heard that song.
You hear those songs all the time. So I told him, look, if this thing becomes a thing, you're going to have to like compensate the people. Yeah, like just like you're paying the waiters and waitresses, you're going to have to like pay me something or
to hang out
and do this. Cause it's not that it's becoming, but it's hard, dude, to hear Tennessee Whiskey or to hear people sing songs.
Hey, Carlos, we want you to come do a residency, and we know that you're going to do like 2 hours and 2.5 hours of comedy, but then afterwards, will you go hang out at karaoke for another 2 or 3 hours?
Pretty much, but that's not how it went. Here's how it went. Here's how it started. So you know, like how all this good stuff goes down. So I'm at Harris Casino. I don't mind doing karaoke. They have a piano bar where they do karaoke. So my idea was,
hey, listen, drinker, though,
let's do it synergetically. Not like that. Let's do it synergetically. Let me do a Monday night, 8 o'clock karaoke. It's right on the strip. So people will actually walk by and go, oh, what's up? What's Carlos doing singing karaoke? And then we could say, hey, he's here because he's doing shows. So that's how it started. They went back and forth. Caesar's doing back and forth. Then they called the company that hires me. They're called Pompeii Entertainment. They have a place called the Composer's Room. And so they go, no, let's just do it in the Composer's Room. So after your show, you can invite people to go. So that's what we would do. We invited people to go, but it was like off strip, not cool. Then everything changed. And then once I started doing the shows at Kimmel's, they go, do you want to do karaoke downstairs after your shows? And I was like, okay, here it makes sense. It does both, right? So people come, they see it, they come the next day. So it's very synergetic. But there is a point where I'm going to go, okay, there's 50 people down here drinking for 2 hours. I know how much money that generates.
Yeah.
So give me a little bit just to keep them here because it's literally called the Mike of Mencia. So it's branded and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know, dude. I know. But it's fun hanging out. Like, fuck the karaoke part.
Did they name that?
The Micah Mencia. Who came up with Micah Mencia? It wasn't me, bro. I don't come up with shit like that. The Micah Mencia, minor Mencia. I run from that.
Yeah.
I don't run toward that. So that was somebody else. But I looked at it and I was like, it doesn't sound bad. Doesn't look bad. I'm okay with it. But it is helping
Carlos
me. It
Oki.
is helping me. Mm-hmm. Carlos Oki. No, that way I wouldn't do because then that sounds like a Steve Aoki, the DJ guy. No, I wouldn't do Carlos Oki. But, Michael Mencia, that doesn't sound
He's
bad.
a poker player, too, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see those guys there all the time.
Yeah.
Those guys, that's one thing about Vegas that I go to their shows and then they're like, oh, my God, I'm a huge fan of yours. Then they come to my shows. And I'm literally turning into, after being in Vegas for a year, I'm turning Italian in the sense that if you go to Vegas and you go, hey, man, I'm here and I want to do this. I'm literally now at a place where I could go, let me call somebody. I know a guy. I literally am that guy right now. I know a guy that will get you pretty much anything you want in Vegas now. Any show, anything, whatever you want.
I was introduced to Steve as a poker player before I knew of him as a DJ, because I'm not into like that scene and stuff. So
Sure.
I saw him at on TV playing a game, and I'm like, and people were talking to him about this, and I'm like, who is this? So I just started Googling. I'm like, oh, God, this guy is legit.
And his dad is like really, really, really rich, so he doesn't even have to do it. But he ends up being a fucking DJ and making, you know what I mean, millions. I mean, some people have it, bro. Some people just have life, you know. But I'm sure that if he was sitting here,
do you gamble? Are you a gambler?
Hell no, dude.
Okay.
Bro, every single time I perform at a you know, any kind of a place where it's gambling, anything near gambling, they always ask me, would you like us to cash your check? Fuck no.
No.
Never done it. Never done it. The closest I ever did.
Could you mail that to me, please?
Well, no, what I will do is I'll say to them, okay, listen, you guys can give me like $1,000, $2,000. You could, I'm gonna bet that money so that people can see me play if that's what you want. I can play with your money and whatever I win is yours. And then they'll go, no, we'll give you $2,000 that you have to, but if you win anything, it's yours, and we'll just keep the $2,000 after if you win. So that I'll do, but with their money, not mine.
So they will give you money to play to kind of get people playing.
Yes.
Oh.
But they also expect that if you lose, you're gonna get like pissed off and start betting more.
Right.
Because that's what happens though. Even though it's not your money, like when you have like if they give me $5,000, I know that's not my money, but you know. Once it starts going away, I'm like, fuck you. That's my money.
Do you get to keep it if you win?
Yes. So if let's say they give me $3,000.
Okay.
And at the end of my playing, I have $10,000. They keep their $3,000.
And you get $7,000.
And I get $7,000.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
So that's how it works.
Well, house money. So
Yeah.
you do gamble, but not with your money.
If they ask me to do that. But that's them wanting it. You know what I mean?
Last time I was in Vegas, I went for
want
Mania, and I spent way more money on the floors than I did on those tickets, and those tickets were not cheap.
To which ones?
WrestleMania.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
That's huge, bro.
I get twitchy.
Just thinking about it?
In the casino floor. I have to. I limited myself on where I can go. Like, and this is true that I can't go to a casino within 2.5 hours of Kansas City.
Well, one of my opening
by
acts,
design. 6 months of playing, I'm like, do not let me back in.
Yeah, I get it. Listen, I tour with the kid whose ancestral heritage is from, you know, the Pacific Islands, and anyway, he literally goes, yeah, I can't gamble because it's in my genetic DNA to do it, so he stays away from it as well.
Outside of a casino floor, dude, like I count my pennies. $30 is like, you know what I mean? Like, if something's a few $100, like we all need to talk about this. You know what I mean? Then you just sit down in a casino and just money is like, it doesn't mean anything anymore. It's like, and that's where my brain gets, and I see that, and I'm like, this isn't me.
Well, that's why they do chips. You know, that's why they rarely do cash. They could do cash, right?
A lot.
Well, slots are a lot. But here's what I say to people, right? When I've gambled before, when I was, 30 years ago, and I would put a $50 bet or $100 bet 30 years ago, my heart is pounding out of my chest. I'm getting that feeling, right? It feels good. And you win, you're like, yes!
You see the pheromones? Just
right? Yes! Here's what I say to people today. The amount of money that I would have to win or bet to get that feeling today,
to get those dopamines going,
is not worth it. Because if I win $10,000, dude, it's not going to change my life, bro, in any way, shape, or form. But wait a minute. But if I lose $10,000,
oh yeah,
bro, I'm pissed, dude. I'm fucking livid. You know what I could have done with? I could have bought my fucking kid a car. My niece has been begging me for this. My fucking what? But if I won those 10 grand, I'm not gonna have that. So I would have to bet minimum like $5,000 a hand in order to get those feelings.
What's the biggest bet you've made?
Biggest bet I ever made was...
And I want to come back to what you were talking about too.
Let me see. Okay, so it was one of those times that they gave me money and we were doing baccarat. And I had a shoe that had an 8-1 run and I lost the first 2 and I got 6 on a double. So it started with 1,000, then 2, then 4.
Oh my God.
8, and I think it went up to 16 was the last one.
16,000?
16,000.
Banker or a player?
Went banker, won it, and then stopped.
You won the 16,000?
Yeah, got 32 payout, and then stopped, and then went back to the 1,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you were talking about, I want to touch on that, man.
What?
You were talking about what you could have done with the money when you lose.
Yes.
And it's a real
This haunts you?
Well, I do think that too, because I will leave. I remember a few times leaving, just having my ass handed to me.
Sure.
And I'm like, and I think about my friends who are struggling, who are like, moving and like having to find room and all this stuff. I'm like, I could have helped all of them in one night.
Right.
And so a little story here about this. About a year ago, I was getting a little tilted, and there was a place about an hour and a half away I was driving to, and I eventually signed off from that, right, too. But I was talking to a friend on the way home, and I was like, I wish I could just go out a few times a year and like play $5,000 and just be done at that.
Right.
And she was like, you are jaded. She's like, she's like $5,000 to any single one of your employees is a life-changing amount of money.
Right.
And so like I was struggling, and I got with my friend Mick, and we did some mushrooms.
Yeah.
And because I was like, I want to heal myself. I'm like, I'm not right.
Right.
I want to work on me inside. So
Sure.
like, let's get some mushrooms and let's work on this. And so we're tripping, we're having a great night, and then we start talking, right? And he tells me that he got a $6,000 bonus at work, and with that money, he paid off both of his cars, all of his debt, and he is completely debt free, and they're doing great. And that voice of 5,000 is a life changing. Like I heard that, I heard him, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
And like it hit me. I mean, in that moment. So
did it stop you from going back out and gambling?
I've been since, but I go a lot less. I didn't go for a long time, and I go a lot less.
Yes, we had sex, but there was no butt play this time. Okay, I got you, Doc. I feel you, Doc. No, listen.
That's as open as I can be. I mean, that is real.
Listen, but here's what it is. Here's what I've learned. One of the things that I've learned with getting older and, differentiating between wisdom and knowledge and acquiring it. It's hard to be happy, man, consistently. It's just hard. It's hard because life is ever evolving, and there's no elongated period of time where you have this comfort zone. Like even if you work at a 9 to 5 and you're in a cubicle, inevitably you want to get out of that cubicle. Then when you get that cubicle, you want the other office. Then you want that better office. Then it never stops. You can take the time to be like, holy shit, yes, I won today. This is amazing. And then you come back next time and you give half of it back or a third of it back or all of it back or whatever it is. It's hard. So if you find something that makes you happy, that doesn't like ruin your life, right? Like I remember somebody said to me, you should do crystal meth. I said, listen, I'm never going to do that fucking drug. But what's the pitch? What is your pitch? Like for real. Because I see your life and I see mine, and I want my life over yours 1,000%.
Yeah.
But why would I? And he goes, for me, doing crystal meth is like having an 8 to 12 hour orgasm. And I looked at him and I said, not sold. Like, who the fuck would want that? Like, seriously, who the fuck would want to be? I would be exhausted about feeling like that for anything other than an hour or two. So but outside of drugs, if you can find something that makes you happy, and it doesn't fuck your life.
Well, that's
up,
what
go for it.
That's what I told myself was like. That was the first thing in years I found that I really enjoyed doing.
Yeah,
gambling. But
as long as you don't lose a shitload of money, that's the thing.
I had to stop, but like I have to put things in place. I mean, I know how I got stuck there because like just where I was in life when I started was just. I think I was just maybe lonely or depressed, and like my kids were probably at my mom's on the weekends, and I would sit here and watch all my employees go home with their staff, and I'm just like an empty house, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go sit at the fucking casino, you know what I mean? And then one thing after another, and then like your bets get bigger, and this and all of that. So
and all those sounds, the sounds, the smells, everything in there is literally made to make you stay awake, not know what time it is. And get a little buzzed and gamble. Yeah. Oh, that's every single thing. Like I
know when the brain gets going, I'm like, Dustin, this is the time to go. It's like, hey, this is your cut. This is when you said you're going to leave. You just won. You're way up. 3 hours later, you're way down. You're still here. You're driving home at 6 a.m, 7 a.m.
Yep. Like, going, I was up. That's everybody, bro.
I'm even. I was even.
I know, bro. It was everybody's like that, dude. Like the guys that I know, and now I know professional gamblers. They have every single one of them will say this. Every single one of my professional gamblers that pay their bills from gambling will say this. You have to set parameters, and you never, ever fuck with those parameters. Period. End of story. He goes, if I'm supposed to I'm going to go 8 hours and gamble 8 hours, and I'm up at 8:01 and I'm feeling lucky, I do not go past 8 hours.
Do they go alone? That's where I'm trying to I can't go alone anymore. I have to, and I can't go with my mom because she equally is like a fucking slot junkie.
Okay, so that's not the right one.
It's not the right one.
You're like, Mom, stop me. See that? Give me more money. You're like, fuck. I brought the wrong person. Shit. Come on, let's stay extra. No, you're supposed to make me go home, Mom. No, you're fine. The club's doing great. Oh, no. I feel you, Doug. I feel you. You know, you don't need enablers. I got you.
Yeah.
No, you.
I had that conversation with my mom after the last time we went because she knows that I struggle.
Yeah.
And that's a hard conversation to have because sometimes we'll talk about going, and then I try to just I forget about it. I don't.
Right.
And then she will always. Are we gonna go? Are we gonna go?
Right.
We talked about going. Are we gonna go? And she just, she's the devil going.
Yeah.
And she has been an enabler in that for me as my mother. And the last time we went, I was like, Mom, and I can't have you saying yes to me about going to the casino anymore. I need you from this point on to be a mother, not an enabler.
Right.
Because you know that I struggle.
Yeah.
And sometimes we do talk about this and so it was a hard conversation to have, with your mom. Like,
sure,
hey, you're also a junkie. I'm a junkie. I take full responsibility.
Right.
But you are a red flag friend. I told her, I was like, when I was in my late teens, early 20s, and I wanted to get away from drugs.
Yeah.
I did that by getting away from the drug community and my friends that were doing drugs.
Right.
I can't, nor do I want to stop hanging out with you.
Right.
You are my mom, my kid's grandma.
Right.
They spend so much time with you. I'm like, that's not an option, but we need to fix what's going on between us.
Yeah.
And that's not going to happen without communication.
Yeah. And you know what, man?
God, this is really open.
But you just don't want to hit rock bottom, bro. That's all. You know what I mean? You never want to get to a place where you legitimately go, I fucked up my life. You know what I mean? I ruined, you know how many times we've heard club owners and this and that, and they did this, from the MERS to the whatever.
If I opened a club in Vegas, it'd be over for me.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's why. So, and if you got to do if it gets to a point where you got to do anonymous, do it. But the one thing you don't want to do.
I went to a couple just to, for
How'd it feel?
I don't know. I went a few times. I do carry the card around in my wallet.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I keep it behind my ID, so whenever I'm getting a hand pay,
Yeah.
I'm sure they see it behind my ID when they pull it out.
Yeah.
It looks like somebody forgot to stop and think.
Oh shit, man. Well, you know what though? Listen. Here's one of the things, right, in life. Lessons that you need to learn in life, you will learn them. It's just a matter of you can learn it the hard way or the easy way.
So I made changes. I've tried to ground myself as much as possible.
Right.
We have a dog now.
Cool.
I have to go home. I have a dog.
Right, right.
Instead of having the kids there were some other things. It wasn't this. There was some other things. But instead of having my kids at my mom's all weekend, I have them home with sitters. You know what I mean? Yeah. I have put things in place to make sure I go home after work.
Right. That you don't have that empty slot of time where you're like, I ain't got shit to do for the next 6 hours and there's a casino 15 minutes away. And
there is no 15 minutes. I would leave work and drive an hour and a half. Play for 4 to 5, 6 hours, drive home at 7 in the morning.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Because how close is a casino from here? Like 45 minutes?
There are casinos 15 or 20 minutes. But like I said, I signed off 6 months into playing. So I cannot go to a casino within like 2 to 2.5 hours of Kansas City right now.
Oh, wow.
That's by design.
But that's good.
Yeah. So
that's good.
So like,
and what happens if you go? They don't let you in?
It would be trespassing. I can't go to any Caesar. I didn't know the property's carried over. So when I travel, it actually carries over. I can't go to any Caesar's property or any Boyd Gaming or anything. So like MGM is my jam.
Okay.
And MGM state owned and reservation owned Indian owned casinos. Like
that's the only place you can go now? That's awesome.
For like another 2.5 years.
Well, shit, get kicked out of that one too, and then you can't go anywhere.
It's not kicked out. You sign off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You sign off on that one, and then you can never do it.
Couple times a year, and this is where I'm at now. A couple times a year, maybe I'll go out to a concert or a wrestling show. I'll go play for an evening. I'll go to the concert and I'll come home. Like make a weekend trip, and like that's manageable.
Okay,
but it got to the point where I was dropping my kids off at school and going, and this was within a few months.
Jesus,
it happened quick, and I'm like, this is terrible. Yeah. So I fixed it quick, but that was a couple.
I couldn't tell.
Ago.
You look healthy, bro. You don't look.
It's because I'm not there all. Right. I have put borders around myself to make sure I'm living a healthy, fruitful life for me and my kids.
Good
what do
for
we have,
you.
2 minutes. All right.
Good for you. I'm happy for you, man.
Thank you.
And it sucks going through that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Self-reflection is just
like I've worked too hard for this place.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm gonna open a jazz bar across the parking lot. I'm opening another club in Lawrence, Kansas. By the time this comes out, we'll have already announced it. So
oh shit. Nice. Look at you.
In the fall. So I want to keep myself busy. I want to keep myself, right. What I need is a club just to gamble on. I need to open one club just for the profits. No, I'm kidding.
Well, what you should do is start booking young acts that might draw and might not, and you don't know. Maybe you'll feel that gambling sensation. That could be your gambling sensation. I booked this young kid. Fuck, I don't know if he's gonna sell tickets.
Where's the dopamine? Okay, Carlos. Every Monday, Tuesday at Jimmy Kimmel's.
Monday and Tuesday at 10 o'clock.
And what do you have coming up? Anything else you want to?
Just, you know what, right now, man, go to my socials. I'm doing a lot of stuff on socials. I'm working on a special that'll come out at the end of the year. But for now, it's just doing a lot of stuff on social media. Like a lot.
What's your social?
Everything is Carlos Mencia.
That's it. Carlos, I love you. Every time you're here, it's a joy.
Love you. Love the club. Love the audiences here, man.
Let's do it again next year.
Always, baby.
All right. Thanks, bud.
All right, bro.
All right. Follow Carlos Mencia. Take a trip to Vegas. Empty your life savings and go see a comedy show. And then do some Mike of Mencia, some karaoke. Right. And come see a show here at the Comedy Club in Kansas City. Follow us at the Comedy Club KC. We'll see you next week. Bye. Oh, that was too real.
No, that was awesome. What are you talking about?